Hello, fellow human! Welcome back to another Dank Doggo r/ Today I Duck It Up. So, our ridiculous moments for today is from u/TRW324 with the title of TIFU by starting an illegal money laundering and gambling ring at my high school. This all started when I was in my second last year of high school. The FU happened towards the end of the semester. Just FYI, at the time, I never knew gambling outside of casinos was illegal. So as an elective, I took a business class where we learned about entrepreneurship and for the semester's project, create a business plan, product or service and sell it at the cafeteria all day, every Thursday until the end of the semester. Me, along with my group, decided to bring two Wii consoles and bring Super Smash Bros. To let students play in the cafeteria for $2. All money made would be taken and given to charity of our class choice. The day before we got to sell our products in the cafeteria, our school admins gave us a policy that to use the cafeteria, we had to rent it out for $200, which would be deducted from our revenue at the end of the year. If you could not break even, then you yourself had to pay for the use of the cafeteria from your own pocket. All the money taken from the rent would be taken by the school and used for athletic and art programs. I thought that it was absolutely scummy to do something like that the day before we start a project. Students in our class were freaking out because to at least get an A on the project, you have to at least meet a quota of at least $200 made after expenses. So many of us students had to change our business plan, which our teacher used as a lesson about how the market is always changing, so be prepared, or some stuff like that. I proposed to my group that in order to make more money, we should hold tournaments. Selling for $4, we'd take half of the money and put the rest of the money into a pool for the tournament winner to take. On the first day of selling, we made $160. The game was selling like hot cakes. Unlike other groups who had to waste money on expenses to sell their products, we were literally running at zero cost. And we were able to sell twice as fast as any group. Next Thursday, we implemented a new strategy. Since we had two Wiis, we used one to play regular game matches for $2 to record our profits. You had to record students' ID, signatures each time they brought our products, and then hold what I know now as wagering tournament matches and allow people to bet as much money as they wanted. The winner would get the double of what they paid. To get around paying double to tournament winners, we hired this legit pro Super Smash Bros. Dude who used a GameCube controller. The idea was to pretend to get the pro player to wager $20. The money was from our profits, so that people would try and match the amount of money he put in. He'd talk so much trash and put in so much money that we literally had lines up so that people could play against the champ. To give an idea of what was happening, someone paid $30 in a wager, made his way all the way up, play against the champ, lost, and basically lost $30. We made so much money that day, we actually split the money between us group 4 members equally to pocket. We still had so much that we spent it on making an actual stand for our station. We bought a whiteboard to display every tournament winners of every tournament played. Every day people would bring their own remotes to play against this dude, and he'd win almost every time. The game he lost, he'd just double down and win the money back for us. The trade-off for the pro was a crowd to play in front of and the ability to play as many games as he wanted. It was exciting for people to just watch. We'd always have a decent crowd of people watching. We did this for about 2 months. With all the extra money we weren't pocketing, I tried to make it as money made for the group. We bought Wii skins and the button grips for controllers for students to buy. As to make the money look as if it was earned legitimately, I knew that it was somewhat wrong to be laundering money like that, but our group was set on that A+, and we were making good money for ourselves, and I'm 99% sure that none of us knew that gambling itself was illegal, because none of us spoke up. Our teacher praised us for transitioning our business plan to make more money by selling remote skins and grips, which she said was very innovative of us. I used all the money we were making to start buying new clothes, shoes, and stuff for myself, so did my group members. Our teachers started getting suspicious of this, because according to her, she was tipped off that we were making so much more money than we should be. She questioned where we got the money to buy Wii remote skins and button grips. That's when things really hit the fan. The head of the business department launched a full-on investigation into our group. They found out about our secret wagering matches. They also found out about how we laundering money to be part of profits in our spreadsheet. A bunch of students came forward tattling on the pro player we basically hired to fix matches so that we'd earn more money. I didn't even realize how bad it was all sounded until teachers said all of it out loud. My group was taken to the office and were told how serious what we did was. It could even result in explosion. One of my group members actually cried her eyes out, saying she had no idea how it even got out of hand like this. Which was true. I didn't realize how carried away we had gotten until we were slapped with the facts. We had in-school suspensions for 3 days and were ultimately out of school suspended for 3 days. I think the only reason they didn't go further is because we never admitted to pocketing money that we laundered or the money we pocketed from wager matches. And since money made off these factors were never officially documented, they weren't able to really pin the evidence on us. When I got back to school, they canceled the project altogether, and instead of the project, we had a test in place of it. Everyone in our class pissed off at us, and the majority of the school pretty much looked down on our group for the remainder of my HS career. I was only remembered as the POS conman who stole money from students for personal gain. Someone even made an Instagram page with the username Future White Collar Criminals and had my face and everyone involved in the scandal posted on it. TLDR. Start a business project in the cafeteria where we let people play Super Smash Bros. On Wii for $2 a game. Turned into a gambling ring, started match fixing and money laundering. Ultimately suspended and shunned by the entire school. Wow, they really took the teacher's lesson about the changing market to the top notch. OP killed it so hard, like hot damn. Remember, this was high school, not college. So I'm pretty sure that OP wasn't even 18 at this point yet. And to be able to come up with something like this was absolutely brilliant. So clever of them. What's even more interesting is that, from my point of view, nobody forces anyone to wager big money or to join the tournament in the first place. It's their own choice that they've made, and they agreed to the rules. It's obvious that, there would be someone who is extremely good with the game waiting them for the final match, like the final boss. Like it was even mentioned in the story to play against the champ. If the pro player didn't join in, then there would be other pro or semi-pro player participate every day to take the whole honeypot. And it's not like it's foolproof or something, because the pro player they hired actually had lost a number of games. They did eventually double down and gain back the money they have lost, but my point is that I wouldn't call it match fixing. To me, as far as I'm concerned, match fixing is like one or more player in a football team purposely underperform to kick, the ball miss on purpose so they could win the bets. It's like betting against themselves. So I wouldn't say that OP was a con man of any kind. I don't really get the, no gambling law though, but I guess each country is different. And since they were all so young, not being aware of all the laws in existence were nothing to be surprised of. And also worth pointing out that how scummy the school was. OP's project was for donation and charity, and the school still pressured them. A bunch of high schoolers with $200 freaking dollars for renting the place. That's freaking cringy of them. Jesus. And now for the comments. We have the first comment by /other usernames gone. That was stupid of the school. 50% of business go bankrupt in the first year, and they basically all lose money in the first year. And you were all high schoolers with no experience. Adding an extra expense was just a kick in the teeth. I say malicious compliance, well done. If they were gonna go with the changing market conditions metaphor, you might as well go with the barely legal scheme that you get a slap on the wrist for. Username Psy the Axe commented that, hold up, since when was the game of skill considered gambling? Even with card games which are skill-based, there's a good bit of chance involved, unless I miss where, people are betting on others' outcomes. Would your school kick you out for betting you could beat someone in a foot race? Hell, I'd pay money to race against Usain Bolt. I'd lose, but that's not the point. And we have the final comment from u/Demetrius. You, sir, either make a great mob boss or politician. This was bad but. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Dank Doggo appreciates your time. If you enjoy our content and want to see more of us, stay tuned and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that like button or they'll cry. Also, you can always tell us your doggo comrades' experiences in the comment section. I will catch up with you guys later in the next video.